Hi everyone. Today I want to talk about interest rates. Right? For those of you who have been following along, we know that interest rates have been increasing very fast and much higher than we expected. Or maybe you did expect it, which is good on you because you're accurately predicting what's happening now. This is going to be a quick video basically on how we can find interest rates and find relevant data for them. So if you just head over to the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau, there is a site or a tool for you to figure out what interest rates are in your area, specifically for people with your credit score and for the loan you're looking for. And this is basically data that is gathered from other lenders in that area. So for the most part, you're actually seeing what other lenders are offering. And this is a great way to predict what interest rates are today and to help you understand if you're getting a competitive rate. Because if your interest rate is much higher, then maybe you should shop around more because there are other lenders in your area offering a lower interest rate. If they're much lower, then good on you, right? You've secured a great loan and a great interest rate. There are a few areas or options that you can toggle on this tool, primarily their credit score, right? That's going to impact what your interest rate is, along with the state. So other things to be aware of is house price, down payment, and what type of loan it is. I try to stick with fixed because it's predictable. Now, once you put all those details in, you'll be able to get a good idea about what your interest rate will look like. And also it's something important to keep in mind because these are the factors that can impact your interest rate. So if you have a better credit score, you're gonna have a better interest. Depending on the state you're in, some states have better interest, some states have worse interest. It really depends on what these lenders are taking into account there. And then there's the house price, right? Obviously, the more money you borrow, probably your interest rates will be higher because you're deemed as a more risky individual. Of course, it's not true everywhere, but just something to keep in mind. The higher your down payment, probably the better your interest rate. The lower your down payment, probably the worse your interest rate. So those are some factors to really think about. And then there's also the loan term, right? You'll see the difference between 30-year loans and 15-year loans. 15-year loans tend to have a lower interest rate compared to 30-year loans. But then you also pay more every month when you compare it to a 30-year loan because that same amount of loan is condensed into a smaller period of time. But ultimately, you'll pay less interest. You want to make sure that your interest rate from your lender is at a minimum what others are offering. You'll see on the x-axis is just the interest rate, but on the y-axis, it'll tell you how many lenders are offering this rate. The more lenders that are offering this rate, it's probably a better picture of what is a competitive interest rate. If less lenders are offering it, you're probably not going to get that rate. But if more lenders are offering it, you want to aim for that rate or lower. Now, I will admit that there are other tools out there, and sometimes this tool doesn't have enough data depending on the location and your credit score. Right? Sometimes there's no data and you can't see anything. But there are other tools out there that do provide you some information about what a specific lender is offering for an interest rate. But I will warn you that those tend to show you rates that potentially are lower than they seem because they want you to click on those links and try to get you into that lender. But you won't get a tool that's unbiased as this one in terms of telling you what interest rates are being offered without telling you the lender. Because the second they tell you the lender, it seems like there is going to be some sort of biased reason to get you in the door and to get some sort of fee for recommending you to that lender. In other words, because they don't try to upsell you as a government organization when it comes to lenders, there's a good reason to trust them over other websites, assuming that they have enough data. All right, well, that's the gist of this video. Hopefully it helped out a lot for those of you who are trying to figure out what interest rates look like. I know that a lot of people are asking their friends, they're going on forums on the internet to ask people what your interest rates are, but that's not accurate, right? Because it's basically asking for information that they're giving you one interest rate, but they're not giving you the full financial picture, where they are, or what type of loan that they have. And this tool ideally should be able to do that. So hopefully, this helps you out quite a bit. And for those of you who just noticed, I did get a new mic and I got a new camera. Previously, I was filming my Pixel, which is not great. But hopefully I can continue filming on this new camera from now on. It's very expensive as a camera, but it'll be well worth it depending on the content that I choose to create and how I can help folks in the future when it comes to financial literacy. Good luck with your financial adventure, and I'll see you in the next one. So I got this new camera. It cost like $550 almost. It's got a nice mic, pretty great, and the camera itself is pretty awesome too, actually. I'm hoping to use it for some vlogging. I don't know if vlogging content is going to go on this channel, but it's there if I ever want it to be there. Maybe like financial vlogging, whatever that is. But it's a great camera overall. Pretty small, pretty compact, but great content. Um, but yeah, hopefully more content on this camera to come soon.